Welcome to the Manzil Ahmed channel. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters of faith. Um, so today I'm just going to cover my immigration proposal. Um, so what the first part essentially says is that from going forward, if you're not a tourist and we're allowing you to stay here for the long haul, you will have a guaranteed pathway to citizenship. And And as for the DNA checks, it's people, their birth certificates oftentimes tend to be wrong for different reasons. Sometimes it's intentional, sometimes it's just really bad record keeping. Um, you want to make sure that if someone is 7 years old, they're actually 7 years old and not 10 years old. Um, I mean, it's also it comes down to fairness too, like in an academic setting, and also like in American culture, people generally tend to start going out and start dating at a really young age. So a lot of parents might be a little bit concerned uh, if their child, especially like their daughters, is dating a guy who ends up being a lot older than what they officially are. So, and again, this is also to like make sure that the child is actually related to the people that are coming through, and they're not if something bad isn't going on, and also further checks shall be conducted to make sure that the person is not connected to or related to any kind of criminal organization. So any persons prior to the adoption of this amendment who have been allowed to temporarily stay in the United States and not as tourists or refugees, even if the permit has expired, who has not bypassed immigration processing shall automatically become United States citizens if the stay is 5 years or longer, or otherwise be granted permanent residence, provided that the person has not falsified or presented false or withheld material information or you know acted or conspired with any type of criminal or organization, or did not commit certain unspeakable crimes that I would rather not name. Um, yeah. Any person who has entered a contract to serve in the armed forces in exchange for United States citizenship or permanent residence will have that contract honored, provided that the person has not acted or conspired with any type of a criminal organization or committed certain unspeakable crimes. Okay, so any person who has, so when I say bypass, I mean like as in illegally crossing the border, like they never get processed at all. So any person who has bypassed immigration processing who are not citizens or legal residents of the United States, they shall not be counted for the purposes of apportioning representatives among the several states, which may be included within this union, but nevertheless documented for the purposes of immediate and unconditional removal or enrollment into the United States infantry in exchange for United States citizenship at the discretion of the current administration, but cannot be revoked by future administrations, provided that the person has not, again, done those type of criminal activities or is working with any type of criminal organization. Um, because I would rather not read that stuff out loud. Part of this is also for YouTube, and part of this is it just sounds really bad. So, in such cases, the family members shall be able to stay contingent on the service of the infantrymen and them not acting and conspiring with a foreign or criminal or terrorist actor or organization to commit crimes against the United States, nor committing some very serious crimes. Um, Any persons prior to the adoption of this amendment who have having immigrated from another country having errors or inaccuracies or absence of trivial information, so like maybe your name got misspelled in their paperwork, shall not be affected in their immigration status or American citizenship. Additionally, any service under the command of a foreign military will result in a permanent revocation of citizenship that cannot be reversed, even if the person is born American, effectively immediately upon discovery. So that's about it for the immigration proposal. And I hope you enjoy this. This is supposed to be a shorter video, and nowadays, now that I get views on my videos more, I just don't really do much shorts anymore.